I'm coming to you from Logandale, Nevada, just getting ready to do a clinic here this week. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And I was trying to think about something to share today, and the thought that kept coming to my mind was how we measure our success with our mules and our horses. What actually what success looks like for me. And like we could measure it by the accomplishments that we have, or maybe we can measure it by how much we can get done, or maybe cool obstacles on a ride, um, things like that. But for me, what success looks like, and I guess how I measure success, is by how I actually add value to my mules' lives. Like maybe I had a great ride. Maybe I you know did some good work in the branding pen, and maybe I roped and I did this or this or this. But none of that really matters unless I added value to my mule and their life. At the end of the day, does the mule find value in what I'm doing? That's what success looks like for me. So maybe maybe we did have a ride that there was some stress in there, and I could say, well, they got bothered a time or two, or maybe they got a little upset a time or two, maybe they got scared a time or two. But did we work through it? And when we worked through it, did they self-regulate? Did they learn how to come off of that? Did they add more to their coping skills? Anyways, I guess that's my tip for this Mule Tip Tuesday is think about what success looks like for you and your mules and your horses, and what it means, and if what you think is a successful ride, would your mule or your horse, would they also agree that that was a successful ride? Do we add value to the equine, their mindset, their confidence? Do we add value to our relationship? So that's my thoughts for this Tuesday. And looks like there's a few of you on here live. If any of you have any questions, I got a few minutes, and you're welcome to ask. If I can figure out how to find the comments, that is. Maybe Mountain Belt. Yep, love that mindset. Such a great tip. It is. It is a great tip, Mountain Belt. So, thank you so much for being on here. If any of you that are hopping on, if you guys got questions, fire away. I'm hanging out in Logandale, Nevada right now, and getting ready to do a clinic here. I have not been to Logandale, Nevada for probably, well, to do a clinic, that is, for probably like 10 years now. So it's kind of fun to be back. I'm looking forward to a good clinic. So I'll tell you what, it's a lot warmer down here than it is up at home. Bush Pony. Yeah, you got a question, go ahead and type it up, and we'll get to it. Those of you that are hopping on, if any of you have questions, feel free to fire away. I got some spare time right now, which is rare. I got some time, and I'll take your questions. Yeah, Mountain Belt, I wish you guys were here too. We got filming to do, and the weather is definitely warmer than Idaho and Utah, that's for sure. So it'll be good. Tomorrow we're going to go ride out to the Valley of Fire, which is glorious and just beautiful. A few minutes ago, there's a gorgeous sunset. All right, anybody have questions? Feel free to just throw one in there, and I'm happy to answer it. If you guys missed our meal tip of the day, you can go back and listen to it when I post this. Lori asks, how many mules do you have? Do you raise them? My family and I, we currently have, I think we got 8 mules and a horse and a donkey. And we do not raise them, Lori. We usually buy them as weanlings. So we raise them from there. Bush Pony says, My green Molly gets scared when asked to go faster, terrified and terrified and boots more than a. Sorry, I'm trying to read this here. Oh, it's just groundwork with her now. Okay, so you're trying to go a little faster in your circles, and Mule's getting pretty scared. Just cut it in half. Cut your speed in half. Also, I found that if you go back and like, oh, there she says that her mule gets terrified and bolts when you try to go faster. Okay, so if you're dealing with that, then I am going to tell you to really work on our first step of our checklist, which is clearing the front. Okay, this is where you offer the mule slacken the rein, and you try to get them to reach out to the side, take that first step, and build confidence in your mule, understanding how to just follow that lead, follow that leading rein. Because when you're asking for more speed, if they don't have confidence and if they don't, I guess, have understanding of following that leading rein, then they're going to get pretty lost, and that's when they're going to get scared. So really work hard on that clearing the front step. If you don't know what that is, there's videos in our video library. Go to tsmules.com and you can see those. And then the next thing I'm going to tell you to work on is, instead of trying to go faster circles, really just try to get centeredness and a lot of comfort at that basic speed, that slower speed, and work on rolling the hinds and stopping. That's another step that's in the groundwork. So instead of walking forward in a circle, now you walk toward the tail instead of the shoulder, and you get them to roll the hinds or turn on the forehand, whatever you want to call it. And if this is successful, they'd be tipping back to you with that rein. That slack rein would be there. So really, those three things will tune up all the bolting. It's just when we ask too much, when they don't understand how to follow that leading rein, that's when it happens. So build a little at a time. Good question. Anybody else hopping on? I see people hopping on and off. If anybody has questions, you can fire away. Got a few more minutes. And it is Mule Tip Tuesday. We used to do this on Facebook every week, but we have so many subscribers here on YouTube now. I thought, well, we'll come over here to YouTube. Deborah asks, is it important and easier to get a nice lope relaxed in a round pen or lunge line instead of under saddle if you've done minimal loping under the saddle? Deborah, I would definitely tell you to, so first of all, I don't do much on the end of a lunge line, but you could absolutely work on the round pen. Just let them go free, just free them up, and you can have your working your mule, your horse, and shift them up and down, and really work through those transition speeds, walk, trot, lope, up and down. It's really the transition changes that most of them have trouble with. It's not so much the actual lope itself, it's the transition change, and they're out of balance, and that's what causes them the most trouble. So if you can practice shifting up and shifting down when when they're in the round pen, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And then if you see them have success and they're pretty balanced, that's probably going to give you some confidence. And then when you do get to riding them, then I would say for you to shift up and down between walk and trot a lot. Shift up and down, walk to trot, walk to trot. And what she says, Deborah says, my mule tends to get stuck and then go fast. Yeah, it's just the shifting there. So everything I just said, you'd be good to go. Lots of changes. It's not so much holding the transitions as it is the changes that makes the difference. Good question. There's more people hopping on. If any of you guys have questions right now you want to ask, go ahead and fire them away. I'm glad to be hanging out with you guys here on this Mule Tip Tuesday. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you for asking the question. Appreciate you guys being on here. Anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask? Let's see here. Bush Pony asks, should I have her comfortable at walk, trot, canter on the line before getting on? Yeah. Yep. I would I would I don't need to canter bush pony. I don't need to canter her on a lunge line, but I'll definitely walk and trot. All right. And you are a blessing. Thank you for being here. Jenny Ross, what's up? Good to see your mug. It's good to see you. All right. Anybody else have any questions, you guys? I still got a couple more minutes before I got to hop off here. I mentioned this a couple times, but we used to do Mule Tip Tuesday every week on Facebook for the last, well, let's see, it'd be for 10 years. We did them for 10 years on Facebook. But we have so many of you that are subscribing, and if you're not subscribed to this, make sure you click subscribe. And I'm going to start doing these lives on Facebook or here on YouTube on Tuesdays and get some consistency over here for you guys. Thanks to all of you that are on here right now, and thank you guys for the questions you sent in. Maybe between now and next Tuesday, you guys can ponder some questions. I know these days it's hard to get a hold of me and hard to ask questions. It's just really hard to to get to everybody and to get to all my emails. But I would like to give you guys a platform to ask your questions on. So maybe take note of them. And next Tuesday, I'll hop on here again and give you guys a chance to ask your questions. We usually do it, them Tuesday around 5 Mountain Time. We're a little later today because I was driving. But usually 5 or 6 Mountain Time is when we do them. So think about your questions. But I thank you guys. I hope you guys are having the best day ever. God bless all of you, and we'll see you down the road.